Recorded. If you'd please stand and join us in the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first item on the agenda is a one-day entertainment license for Old Colony Hospice on June 12th. They're requesting to use roads. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The police chief has signed off and not requiring any details. Is there a motion to, is the applicant here? Oh, okay. Did you want to say anything?
I don't
just
know.
explain
This is
anything?
all new to me, but yeah, we're just hoping, it's our 24th annual memorial walk, so it's a great cause.
All right, great. I guess, does anyone have any questions or comments?
No. Good luck at the event.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hope you have nice weather.
Yes, I know, we've been lucky. And is that it?
So we just need to approve it. Is this,
Okay.
are there any fees with this?
There's a $5 fee, we have to check.
Okay. All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now you're
No,
all set.
that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Marilyn, would you like to introduce us?
I would. I'd like to introduce you to Pam Berglund. She is going to be on our team as a COA, part-time position that was open because somebody resigned. And so we're very happy to present her.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you. Good to meet all of you.
Anyone have any questions, comments?
No. Congratulations.
Thank you. I
Welcome
look
the
forward
team.
to it.
What will you be doing at the COA? What will your position be?
I believe I'm going to be working more on setting up some events and assisting probably some of the other workers there.
Good.
With newsletters and things of that nature.
Great. Wish you the best.
Thank you. I'm looking
Thank you.
forward to joining the team there.
My husband was excited. He made the newsletter for his 60th birthday.
I'm happy to hear that he was excited. We get phone calls to take me off the list.
I'm so glad you put him on there. Thank you.
Can I request now to never have my...
I'll make a note.
All right, is there a motion to approve Pamela's employment?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank
Best
you.
wishes.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much. I look forward to joining you.
Up next is Arbor Day Recognition. We have been recognized by the Arbor Day Foundation for the number of trees we've planted. Denise read a proclamation a few weeks ago. for Arbor
Yes, I
Day.
did.
The ratification of the vehicle maintenance superintendent contract. 2 weeks ago in executive session, we voted to make one minor adjustment. Is there a motion to ratify that contract?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we have the ratification of the Board of Health agent. Any discussion on this, or is there a motion? So this is the first time we will have voted on the Board of Health agent, right? With the
Yeah,
new
the-
bylaw change?
That's correct. This is because of the bylaw change. You can see it's dated on May 11th. They had actually voted on it prior to that, but because they execute on the 11th, they're just giving them a 2% raise like everybody else was receiving.
Yep.
My understanding is no other changes. So I just thought it would be good that we follow the bylaw that just passed at town meeting and just have you ratify it, which was approved by the town.
No other changes from his previous contract?
You understand?
Just the increase?
Who puts the contract together?
So this, because it's an existing contract,
Oh, it's existing. I'm sorry. I
yeah, because
misunderstood.
he's been on a contract for 15 years. He just doesn't renew
Oh,
a
okay.
contract.
It just didn't have to come here.
So every year he has to be renewed. And in the past, because it was an elected board with the Board of Health, it wasn't ratified by the Selectmen. But now, since the town bylaws changed, you are going to ratify them. But from what I understand and can tell, it looks like it's the exact same contract as, just the compensation change. And it's consistent with what we've been doing for all other department heads.
Okay. I move that we approve this contract.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And accept for review the meeting minutes of February 2nd and February 9th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a tentative calendar for the second half of calendar year 2022. Is there a motion to adopt this schedule?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have a tentative Employee Appreciation Day on there.
We placed it on there just based on what we've done in the past, but obviously as it gets closer, we'll have to firm that up and as to what you would like to do and, you know,
Were we
those things.
talking about doing it earlier in the year? Like towards the end of August, the very beginning of September?
We could do that.
Because what we've done for the past couple of years was ice cream, and it was hit or miss on the weather.
I think we're in October. One
Yeah,
year we
we
were
were-
Is it
in
October?
We were in
October
October.
25th one year.
It was real, was that, wasn't this year, that was the year
The year
before.
That was the year before. I forget what it was this year.
But I think the year it was October 25th, it was
It was nice out.
unusually warm.
It was.
Right.
Yeah.
It was actually.
It was actually a really nice day.
Yeah, but whatever it's your day, so whatever day you wanna do it,
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at schedules too, I guess, as we get closer.
Okay.
All right.
Do you need to take a vote on that?
Oh, we already did, and then I asked questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
Threw me off.
I voted for it and then asked.
Okay.
The police chief has requested that we petition for a civil service list for permanent intermittent police officers. Is there a motion to petition for that list?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion on outstanding parking tickets. Denise, do you want to take this one?
Okay, so it was brought to my attention via email that we have about almost $14,000 in outstanding parking tickets, and they go back to the 1980s. According to Plymouth County, and I don't understand the process in its entirety, but this is the information I've gathered. Originally, they were sending out paper. They moved to electronic records a few months ago, and this was the first time I've ever seen this list or the summary. There are about 448 tickets out there. Approximately 400 of them are 1980, 1990 tickets. Very few. I think the most recent one was 2017.
That was
And
the most recent.
Most recent, and these are unpaid parking tickets. The validity of them is somewhat questionable, because what they told me is that the majority of them, they couldn't be matched to a person at the RMV. So the ticket was likely handwritten, then it was sent to the RMV, and they couldn't even match it up with the vehicle or with the person, so something was off. So these are, some of these are completely unmatched, and that's the majority of them. Others of them were purged because the person didn't have a second offense. So in order for the ticket to go to the RMV and be registered with the RMV, the person had to have a second offense parking ticket. And if they didn't have a second offense, then the ticket would go away. It just never was removed from the log. So they possibly should have been removed. It recognized a few names on there. Those folks had either moved or passed away. And there may have been others just never had a car registered. So at this point, I think what we should do is clear the record of these tickets. I don't think we should be chasing anyone over 20-year-old parking tickets. We should just clear the record, start fresh. I spoke with the Plymouth County about having a best practice policy and procedure. They're going to put something together and send it to us, and we should move forward with it.
You said the last ticket was in 2017?
The most recent unpaid ticket was from 2017.
And it doesn't necessarily mean it was unpaid, it's just unmatched, right?
Well, it is unpaid. It may not be, I can't tell you if that one particular one is unmatched. Like I said, of the group, the majority of them were unmatched. There was something wrong with how it was written, or when they tried to match it, there was no such vehicle. Something went wrong. in the process. The one from 2017, I don't think that was a matching issue, but also it could be the person's never had a second offense, so it wasn't sent to the RMV. So yes, the ticket is still due, but it wouldn't affect their ability to register a vehicle because it's not until they have a second offense it's sent to the RMV. So basically, the ticket was issued, nothing's been done since 2017. I think there was only one in 2017. Of the 448, approximately 20 of them were from 2000 to 2017.
So it sounds like for the most part, these are just onesie-twosies that were just missed and not matched. Or were not written well enough.
Or they're unpaid and nothing was done with them. You know, again, you get a parking ticket and there's a slip of paper and then you hear nothing.
I thought it was if you had one ticket, it went to the RMV. I didn't know about the two.
No, not with these tickets. What Plymouth County explained to me is that unless they have 2 violations, it's not sent to the RMV.
Are these speeding tickets? What,
Parking, they're all parking.
like West Bridgewater parking
All
tickets?
West Bridgewater parking, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they go
interesting.
back to when the Charlie horse was there. And they had a much smaller parking lot,
Mhm.
so it could have been, you know, folks parking on the street. There's a variety of reasons what they're for, and like I said, some of these folks aren't even in West Bridgewater anymore, some have passed away. I went through the names and to see what was, if I recognized anyone. I didn't see myself on there or you.
Does that mean I was?
No, you weren't either. But again, it wouldn't make sense reaching out to
Yeah,
anyone
no.
over, even from 2017. I think we just need to wipe the slate clean, have a policy and procedure in place, and move forward. The grand total of these tickets, $13,614.
Going back to 1984. So that's
Yeah,
minimal.
they're old.
So what are you proposing, that we wipe them clean? Is that
They're
what
not.
Plymouth County wants?
They were never recorded as a asset to pursue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not on the books at all.
Okay.
So we're not removing anything from our books. There's no journal entry or financial effect. It's just saying, okay, we know they're out there. We know nothing was done with them. We wipe the slate clean.
And move
They
on.
go away. We start a policy and procedure and move forward.
All right, so is there a motion to eliminate all outstanding parking tickets?
So,
Oops, no, go ahead.
okay.
It's yours.
So I would make a motion to eliminate these past parking tickets that have been recorded by Plymouth County, and Plymouth County move forward with providing us with a policy and procedure, and that would be turned over to David to work with them, or Lorna and Linda, however he so designates, to have a procedure going forward.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 The June 15th meeting, it looks like we can probably cancel, if everyone's good with that.
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
All right, we have a vacation carryover request from Sharon. It is within the guidelines in the collective bargaining. Is there a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
There's no one here for public comment. David, Town Administrator's report.
Sure. So, as you know, we go to town meeting every single year, and we notify the town that we receive about $323,000 in Chapter 90 Mass DOT funds. They have just approved a supplemental budget where the town of West Bridgewater is going to receive now $169,000 additional funds that we can use to pave our roads or construction of sidewalks. So the DPW department will be in charge of that, and we'll use it accordingly. The second is that the Senate has released their version of the budget. When we went to town meeting, we were using the House Ways and Means budget, and I guess it's a little small, but so you can see this is the budget we were using, which was House Ways and Means, and now we will use we'll see what the Senate has approved, which is a $34,000 net increase in receipts. And then on the bottom, or maybe the next page, it's they have not made any changes to the receipts. Keep on scrolling. There you go. So, so right now there's a $34,000 increase. We'll see how it all plays out. Doesn't mean we have $34,000 more to spend because we've already set our budget at town meeting. It's just a way we appropriate the funds. So hopefully we have $34,000 more from the state, which means we would have $34,000 less dollars from taxation. And the last thing on the agenda is that we, the Board of Selectmen through Mass General Law signs all warrants. And so they need to be signed technically before bills get paid. We have a past practice because it also includes payroll. So we can't hold up payroll. So a lot of times we place the warrant on the desk and they don't always get signed on a weekly basis. And so we really can't have weeks go by without it being signed. So if the board does not have any objection, then I'm going to come up with a policy and then I'll present it to the board so that way you guys can vote on it in the future. And I will just make sure they all get signed on a timely basis. If there's no objection, I'll come up with that over the next couple of
Yeah,
meetings.
sounds good. I'd like to see something electronic.
Is that possible, David? To do something electronic?
It depends on what the board wants to see. Right now, when you receive your packet, you receive not only the warrant, but you receive the supporting documentation behind it. So, for example, if there's a newspaper article that goes to Enterprise, the cover page is going to say Enterprise, $54. The supporting documentation is going to show that that's an invoice because we did advertising for public hearing, for example. So if we want to do something electronic, all of those cover pages are generated through the accounting office. That can be done in electronic format, from what I understand, off a report from KBS.
So you mean this part can be electronic, but not this part?
Exactly, because
Because
the lady in the office would literally have to take
Right.
those 500 pages
No.
And
and
scan
scan them every
No.
single
we don't
day.
want
There's
that.
no need for
So-
that.
Right.
So if you're.
There's a question, we would have access to
Yeah.
it.
Of
Right.
course,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
So, there's
Yeah,
no
just the
reason not-
summary pages.
Just read the accounting records.
Okay.
All right, so we might have to purchase DocuSign or something, but it should be a lot more efficient.
Okay, we'll work on it.
That's great. What else can we make electronic while we're talking about it?
And the last thing, it's not on the agenda because it just came in today, but the COA will have a 200th anniversary luncheon on Tuesday, June 14th. So we'll have another meeting, we'll put it on the agenda then, but just giving you a heads up because I know it's tough during the day. Obviously, all the selectmen are invited, and, you know, it sounds like it's gonna be a really nice event, so just giving you an FYI.
So Flag Day.
It is Flag Day, that is correct.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.